That's what the cloud in effect weakens its mitzias. It's the shemesh is less present, therefore there's less light. That's the effect of the cloud.
No, but at the shemesh there is not a difference. But at the shemesh there is not a difference. The shemesh, like we said several times recently, that when a person walks, he walks with an intent to get in a certain place. Walking without a target is impossible, because walking is not an etzem person. Whereas the yin of oir in the shemesh is an atzm. It doesn't have a target where the oil should reach. But the oil has to be megili from the shemesh. It becomes even more difficult when you come to the nefesh. V'chein ha-nefesh. The nefesh, similarly, on the one hand, she'ein muchrach behagili. This nefesh is be'emes not muchrach behagili. It's not compelled to stay begilui. Behagilui hu berotzeh. The gilui from the shema, from the nefesh, is by will. The nefesh wants to be begilui, and that's how he gives up life. Not it comes automatically. V'horaya migilgulim. And the raya for this ad nefesh, that the gilui is berotzin, is from gilgulim. This is. Gilgulim is the pshat that sometimes, this is one of the sometimes the nefesh is nisgala, is misgalgil, comes into a body where it cannot perform, like misgalgil into a body of an animal, Rahman al-Islam, which is a tremendous punishment, tremendous suffering. And then the nefesh cannot be nisgala. And it cannot be nisgala, that is a pain for the nefesh. How can it not be nisgala if it is be'etzem chayas, so it should be chayas. It should be there, and the etzem doesn't change. So we say no. That the gilui from the nefesh is berotzem, and if the body where it's misgala is able to accept the gilui, then it's misgala, and if it cannot accept the gilui, it's not misgala. So here's
it means to say that it would be able to be misgala if there was a roots in a Gilgal.
It is berotzen, but the rotzen the nefesh is to be misgala in a way that it has an effect on the body where it's misgala. Let me explain another aspect of this. There's a big difference between the shemesh and the nefesh. The shemesh is a makif, and the nefesh is a pnimi. The chayas that the nefesh gives to the body is not that the nefesh tells the body there is a living entity in this body. And this living entity maneuvers with the body by its will. That's not what happens. The body comes to life. And the body actually senses, in the body there is a sensitivity, what the nefesh is, to the extent that the brain understands the seichel. This is called a pnimi. Nefesh is mislabish b'pnimius. this is phenomenal difference between nefesh and the shemesh. The shemesh is a makif, and the shemesh, where it is, there is no place that the shemesh will feel uncomfortable to be nisgal. And so the shemesh is meir amokim ha'ashpa, and it's meir on equally. It's not affected. The nefesh is not so. The nefesh makes a difference to it, where it is mislabish and where it's misgala. And when it's being gilgulim, it cannot be misgala because it doesn't have a purpose to misgala. It cannot affect it. It cannot be mislabish bipnimius. So therefore, the nefesh, we say that it's not muchra b'hagilui. Here's a very subtle thing that we need to understand. It's not muchra b'hagilui. What's made muchra b'hagilui? It is muchra b'hagilui from the perspective of what it wants, but it's not muchra b'hagilui. It doesn't come automatically.
So it's not the same to be a chotel of here, a chotel shabola here. It's not like.
It's not the same as we say l'mayla.
It always wants to be Megal.
Yeah, there's right. There is a okay. The nefesh is one of the most difficult in order to understand. Beliyes, she says like it says, "Hey, nefesh imuchra, v'ramigu mikol makom." Yet still, this is what he's going to be. Even though we say the nefesh is not muchra b'agil, pardon me, the gil is berotze. Yet still, gam bozeh, even there, hagilu hu behechrech. The gilu is imperative. It must. Be'emes, in truth. What's mean be'emes, as we explained already before, and every time we use that influence, we mean to say that this is not a seichel level understanding. This is a level of understanding from a higher truth perspective. And here I think we have to elaborate on this. What means from a higher truth perspective? The world is a godly creation. And thus, it exists at least on two levels. On the godly level, what it's intended to be, and on the physical level, the worldly level, how it actually materializes. In the world, what exists is only that which materializes. If a person opens a business and his intent is that he should accomplish such and such, and he doesn't accomplish it, is that accomplishment there in theory, in koyach? It's not there. But when he accomplishes, that's what's there. The projection that he had doesn't exist unless it materializes. But this is not the way it is. It is mitzvah milmayla. The projection is there because this is what the Rebbe wants. This is what the creation is about. Then that projection is mislabish in the world and kabish in kelim, and there there are limits as to what part of the projection is nisgala and what part of the projection remains in projection, in truth. What is this? What is this about?
Is that the end of in koyach chakla koyach?
That's what you'll see in a minute. Yes. One way of relating to this concept is very simply. A Yid who does not know how to daven, does know anything about Yiddishkeit, and he chances to be in a shul, and he stays there. He gets stuck in there. He doesn't really experience it, doesn't know what to experience. But his truth connects to the truth of this shul. There is not a conscience, there's no seichel in him. This is beyond seichel. This is his mitzias, this is his presence. He connects to the presence. Like we say all the time, we have to realize that in koiches hanefesh that's mislabish in the group. Even mislabish in the group, there are two distinct levels. There is a maki from the pnimi, there is a rotzen and noineg, and there is the koiches hapnimi, the seichel immediate. Seichel is what is you be consciously aware. Rotzen and noineg, this is the presence of the nefesh, and that is is there whether you're aware of it or not. This is what he said. Be'emes. In truth, it is be'echra. Which means it's be'echra, it must become a God. Because, okay, this is altogether a principle from notice from the Chokrim. Chokrim means useful observers. Shekol ho'efshori b'min i-efsha shelo yoveh. Anything that is efshori, that is a possibility, b'min, within a certain category, that's mean b'min, i-efsha shelo yoveh, it's impossible that it should ultimately not come forth. I have 2 minutes. I'm going to explain these words. Mean means a certain category, a certain gender, a certain kind of presence. Like a human being, and have an animal. A mean. Since that he has a definition what it is, it's a mean. Therefore, it has a certain qualities that come along with what this thing is. It's not a non-entity. It is an entity, but otherwise it would not be a mean. So therefore, all the qualities that this mean can eventually reveal and engender are present in this mean. By definition, this is this mean. And therefore, the principle is kol ha'efshori b'min, anything that is possible to come forth from a mean. It's not possible that it should not ever reveal itself and express itself. It's mukhrach. It's part of this being. I have to interrupt. I just want to. This is like the expression that the example that we have of this man Rahmonsan lying in the gutter.
Disconnected.
Oh yeah.
Removing the.
What? I'm still on.
Go to the Bluetooth menu on your mobile device and connect to Jabra Speak 510. Connected to mobile device.
It's reconnected.
Are you connected? Yeah. So we say, this man, regardless of the fact that he's lying in the gutter and is totally unconscious of what a human being is, but he is a human being. By definition, this is his mitzvah, this is his mean. It's impossible that this quality, this human quality should not surface at all. It could be in the surface without you being aware of it, but he'll be aware. The element itself must be, because that's his presence. This is what the nefesh is muchrach behagil. This is what we're going to learn, because nefesh is chayus. Chayus gives life. Therefore, it's muchrach that he should give life. What's doing? What is this about? How are we standing? There are 10 people. The Armenian. All right. So this is it for this morning.